Hey folks, welcome to Physical Anthropology. You ever want to look at a bone and know what it is or even whose it is? That's what we do in Physical Anthropology. We know pretty much everything there is to know about bones, how bones work, and how they work in the human body. We also talk about pre-human hominins, forensics, all sorts of things. Physical anthropology is the study of the human body. We talk about how the human body works, how it integrates into the world, how we use it to do what we do, and why we're as smart as we are. We talk about our place in the animal kingdom and pretty much how it all works as a whole. If you're interested, hang around and talk to us a little bit about what your interests are and how they work. If you ever want to impress your friends at a party, Physical Anthropology, we can look at bones and figure out what it is and even whose it is. Thanks for watching.
Hello, prospective students. My name is Professor Falsight, and I'm going to talk to you about archaeology as a subfield of anthropology. Archaeologists use artifacts like this 10,000-year-old spear point to learn clues about ancient societies. Most of what we know about them, like the Aztec, the Maya, ancient Egypt, comes from archaeological investigation. At Pierce College, we offer training in method, theory, and techniques of archaeological research, and we also teach about ancient societies. Archaeologists, once they have their degrees and are trained, can work in many different fields. They can work in government, at the Forest Service or the National Park Service, or various different monuments as the site archaeologists, like the Grand Canyon. They can work in private corporations who are hired to dig sites that may have historic value. They can work for colleges and universities as research archaeologists, and places like museums as well. So there's a plethora of different jobs that archaeologists can do.
Hi folks, welcome to Linguistic Anthropology. Let me ask you something. What does a baby from Zaire, Norway, Sweden, and Canada, and the United States, and Armenia have in common? The answer is they all speak the same language. Weird thing. The word mama is the same in almost every language in the world. How come? Well, we'll tell you about that later. But linguistic anthropology, you're not going to learn how to speak Swahili. You're going to learn how languages do what they do, how languages grow and change and modify throughout their lives. In fact, languages have a life and how they evolve over time, how they change, how slang one day means language the next. This kind of thing is what linguistic anthropology is about. It's not so much about the language itself, it's about the culture and how they use the language and how the language changes not only the culture, but also the people in it. There's a back and forth, a reciprocation between the language of a given culture and how they treat the world, how they use everything around it, how they treat each other and everything else. Language is really kind of ubiquitous. All humans have it. And it's really interesting how these languages change in culture and also how they stay the same, which is why mama means the same in almost every language in the world.
Hello, prospective students. My name is Professor Falsight, and in this short video, I want to discuss cultural anthropology as a subfield of anthropology. Cultural anthropologists are trained specialists who study the diversity of human society. They're interested in, traditionally, how different societies practice religion, how different societies establish kinship relationships, how different societies think about gender and sexuality, how different societies practice medicine. At Pierce College, we teach about all of these things, and students will get a great background in all of these topics. Once a cultural anthropologist is well-trained and understands how to conduct ethical field research, they can work for government agencies, military agencies, they can work for private corporations, institutions like museums, institutions like colleges and universities. There are a plethora of different things that cultural anthropologists do in the world today.